Hey, everybody. I hope everybody is doing great. I'm James, even though my name is Nifty McLaren on the stream right now. I'll change that in a second. But I'm here with, my buddies Mike and Thad. Thad looks like he's maybe streaming from like a portal in hell tonight. It's very dark wherever he is. But tonight's team stream, and we're going to be playing Horrified. So how you feeling tonight, guys? Are we going to save the village?
I think so.
We'll give it a shot.
Yeah, we're definitely going to give it a shot. We're in a little bit of scramble mode because I was late tonight. So you guys are going to see the final steps of the actual setup of the game. If you've never seen Horrified before, it's like a co-op monster battler where we're going to be trying to fend off classic horror movie villains. So think Dracula, Frankenstein, Invisible Man, all that good stuff. And we're playing as a team, the three of us. So the last little bit I need to do before we start, and normally I have this kind of put together before we start, is I'm going to scan in a couple of the perk cards, so you'll see that happen real time. And just to let you all know, everybody who's watching, this is a team stream, which is where we test stuff. And tonight we're testing a couple different things. That is actually connected to us via tablet tonight. Normally he's connected via his PC, so he's connected to us via a tablet. And then we're using a super duper high resolution for our board stream tonight. So we're up into, I think, 3200 by 2400 pixels. And this lets all the remote players read all this little text all over the board, which the camera is very far away from the board to be able to sort of have this entire tabletop visible. Mainly because in Horrified, they have these big monster mats. And the monster mats have a lot of text on them. And they kind of keep a lot of game state as we're trying to fight off the monsters. So we're trying the super high res stream. That means things might be a little bit slower. They might crash. We'll have to see. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But that's my little caveat before we start. All right, I randomly chose our three characters. Do you guys have any love for any of them? You can choose if you want to play one of those three. That, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Normally you just deal them at random, but these are the random three. So
what do you have for our camera order right now?
I have you over here, Mike, and then I have me right here, and then I have Thad right here. So kind of in a table. Yeah, I have Mike, James, Thad, and the instructions indicate that the last person to eat garlic would be the first player. So did anyone have any garlic tonight?
No.
Yes. I had some cheese tortellini with garlic sauce.
So there it is. That is the first player.
Oh, that was easy.
So who do you want to choose then? Why don't we just do a draft?
I'll be the professor.
Okay. And then Mike, we want to just do it in order. So you would go next. So you want to be the courier?
Sure, yeah, sounds good.
All right, and then I'll be the archaeologist. All right, so I just loaded in our perk cards. So the way the game starts, we all get one. So everybody just grab one. I'm going to put them underneath my camera. And then Thad, you're over here for me.
Okay.
For the stream. All right, so we all get one perk card to start. The perk cards, we can discuss them. They essentially give us free actions for folks at home. The art style in this game is really cool. It's very kind of like old, which is not surprising. It's very like old horror movie, kind of comic-y type look. It's real neat. I love this game already. I've only played it a couple times because it reminds me of The Monster Squad, the fantastic movie about kids defending their neighborhood from a bunch of different horror movie monsters. And it's really similar to that. Essentially, we're trying to defend everybody in the village. Okay, so you can see the village map here. There's a bunch of different locations. I'm the archaeologist, so I start in the docks.
Hey, James, one thing to clarify. Are there two late into the nights? We got two identicals.
I believe so. I think they repeat.
Okay.
Yeah, they do. Yep, they do.
Okay.
Okay, so I start at the docks. The professor starts at the hospital. Where's the hospital?
It's right here.
Okay. I'm taking off the standees just so everybody is able to see
Oh, that's a good idea.
See our people from above here.
Cool.
Okay. And then, Mike, you start in the shop. And we start with, I believe, 12 pieces on the board. So items out in the village. So I'm going to deal those out now. So how's life been for everybody? Good?
Busy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, while I'm doing this, you guys got to like do a song and dance because I'm away from the microphone.
Oh, right. Seems like we're on a monster kick for all our games. Last week we were playing Monster Slaughter, right? So must be James's super monster kick.
Yeah,
right
let's
now.
just keep doing it.
Yeah, play them all.
3, 4.
Sorry for any viewers that don't have an update on my trim. For the record, is still not done. I'm not in my office tonight because my wife booted me out. Apparently, I'm too loud during our Vorpal team streams.
Oh, for
And
real?
it's too close to her bedroom, and she's trying to sleep.
Oh, man.
So I'm not in the living room. Trying it on tablet.
8, 9, 10. All right, so these items are the items we're going to be able to go and pick up and actually use to fight off the monsters.
So I can't remember. Do these replenish somehow or no?
They do. On the monster phase, new items are going to appear.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Okay, so the cool thing about this game, this is the starting state. All these items are out here. We're all in our starting positions. The cool thing about this game is you can kind of control difficulty, and you can control just sort of like the feel of every session by choosing which monster you want to play with, which monsters you want to like take on. The novice version of the game, you take on 2 monsters. And I've only played novice so far. I haven't played the standard version. This is the standard version with 3 monsters. And our goal is to defeat all the monsters. They all have different defeat criteria. And we have to do it before this like terror track gets up to 7. And the way the terror track's going to go up is just if the monsters take any of us out or take out any of the villagers that are appearing all over the map. And we'll see how that works kind of as we get into it. And it plays fast. The sessions I've played have been about 45 minutes to an hour. It'll differ based on the number of players that you have, obviously, and the number of monsters you have to kill. So it might be a little bit longer than that for us. But tonight we're going to play Dracula. We're going to play Creature from the Black Lagoon, and I've played both of these 2. And then we're going to play The Invisible Man, who I have not played. And I actually just need to reference something real quick to make sure that I understand his victory condition real quick. I think we just need to discover his location, and then we can kill him.
Yeah, aren't there clues on the cards? I'm trying to figure this out.
Yeah, so essentially the items that we pick up have a location on them. So if you look at this item right here, it's called Laboratory. And if you have that laboratory in your hand, you can play it onto his, like, one of these locations if it matches the physical location in space, right? So we have to get one from mansion, we have to get one from inn, one from laboratory, one from barn, and one from institute. And if we cover up all these spaces, then we have identified where the Invisible Man is, and then we can kill him.
Got it.
So essentially, it's like gather items, apply the items type stuff.
What's the middle one right here? It's cut off on the board.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a laboratory. Yeah, sorry, I
That's
can
okay.
barely fit all this stuff on the screen at the same time.
How big are these little placards, did you say?
They're huge. That is one complaint that I have about this game is the monster placards. I'll hold them up just so people can compare them to the size of my head. They're really big.
Like 8.5 by 11.
Whoa.
Yeah, so like they're big. They're like kind of like little mini boards themselves. So I had thought about actually scanning them into the session. But what gets tricky there is that each of them has their own little pieces that we move around on them.
Yeah.
So it, as everything with Vorpal board, you kind of have to think a little bit about how you want to play the game. And we could have scanned them in and gone that route. But tonight I'm just going to try to do everything in like really high res board stream and sort of see how that goes. Howling Hog Games, Austin Mace. I combined your names there. Austin Mace is with us. Hey man, how's it going? He reminded me, because he has actually played this more than I, and recommended to me to get the game, that
cool.
I need to put the precinct location on the board for our buddy here. So I got to find the precinct overlay.
Nothing like game setup Twitch. This has got to be like.
This is for somebody, right? Like somebody is interested in that type of stuff.
Yeah,
you know, like that's somebody's thing is to watch game
niche.
setup. Okay, so essentially this is where we go to play our items up in the precinct, to play any of our items that match the locations for the Invisible Man. And then once we have all 5 of these matched, and then we can kill him with 9+. That's one thing you can't see because it's off the bottom of the screen. But we have to play 9+ red items, so strength items, in order to kill him.
Okay.
One thing that I think is funny is this logo that they used for the Invisible Man. I don't know if you guys... Hey, Dave, good to see you. Agent Dave's in the house. So one thing I think is funny is like this logo is like the Breaking Bad Heisenberg logo. Did you guys watch Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of merch that they sell, like shirts and hats and stuff that have this on here, and it's supposed to be like him, you know, in the show with the hat and the sunglasses. So every time I see it, I just think of Breaking Bad. And I'm currently, no spoilers, I'm currently watching season 4 of Better Call Saul. So don't you dare in chat mention...
Everybody dies.
Well, I assume everyone does. I mean, everyone... Actually, I know that because they all die in Breaking Bad. So you just are seeing a lot of dead people walking. And they did just announce a new movie. The continuation is... the continuation of Breaking Bad. They're making a movie about Jesse called El Camino, which is going to be a Netflix movie coming out in October. So I'm very excited about that. Okay. So I think we are prepped. You know, as usual, this stream will probably go off the rails and we'll forget a ton of rules, but I'm confident that we have Dave and Austin here to assist. So Thad's going to go first.
All right.
So let's talk a little bit strategy here.
Could you put the action backside of one of the?
Oh, sure. I'll just scan that in. Sorry.
Yeah, good call.
Scan you in the monster phase and the hero phase. And so what's funny is the first time I played this, and I was talking to Austin earlier, I almost had the exact same mistake that it sounds like he made the first time he played, is that it's not that all the heroes get to act and then the monsters act. It goes
hero, monster. So the monsters act a lot. Yeah, even though there's 3 of us and there's 3 of them, they get 3 times as many moves.
No. It's not that each monster acts. It's you pull a monster card. And then it'll be random. It'll be random if it happens. So
where does the frenzy start? Do you put that in the Dracula?
Yeah. It's right there.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
I'll actually pull the standee off. But it starts on the lowest frenzy number, and then it will move up in frenzy order from 1 to 4 to 6. And the way that it moves will be on a monster card.
Right.
So.
Okay. So,
all right. So
as strategy goes, so the Invisible Man's not a character, right? He's just kind of wherever.
Oh no, I didn't put him out.
Oh,
he's invisible.
Yeah,
I thought that was part of the allure.
that actually would have been pretty funny. He just moves around.
So he's somewhere,
and you never know where he is. The minis are really cool. You're not going to get a great feel for how they look, but they're nice, and I'm probably going to paint them because I'm that type of person. So Invisible Man, where does he start? The inn.
Up here.
So one thing that I am playing this game, I don't know if anybody on the stream has ever played. Oh my gosh. There's like a Lovecraftian style game, Arkham Horror. And Arkham Horror has like a board that's really similar to this, where it's just like a whole bunch of like town locations. And the hardest part for me about that game, and I have it on this game too, is that like I don't know where like if you were to just say like move to the theater, I have no idea where the theater is. I'm hoping that as I play, I start to get like some locational awareness to where stuff is on the board. But just with so many locations, that part, I just feel like an idiot when I'm playing. I'm always like scanning the board trying to figure out where stuff is. Okay, so
I get a special action which doesn't cost me an action. Does it make sense for me to start picking up items? So should I can, if I use my special on myself, I can move to the church, pick up the item on the church, move to this intersection, move to the museum.
So your hero, your action does count as an action.
No, it's a special.
Yeah, hero phase, like you can use your special action as an action.
Right.
Oh, there was another action type that didn't.
Yeah, the perk cards. These don't cost anything. So if you spend this, then you're cool. And we'll get more perks if we choose to save villagers.
Okay.
So what is my perk? My special action is I can pick up items. Or no, you're the archaeologist then? Who am I?
No, he's the professor. I'm the courier.
Yeah.
You got the right color too.
Okay, good. So I'm the archaeologist. I can pick up items from an adjacent space. Okay.
Oh, I should be pink.
Red.
Thad, you can move any hero or villager one space. Okay. And then Mike, you can place your hero in any space with another hero. So actually, Thad, you can move guys around, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mike, you can jump around the board. So it's kind of a little bit like pandemic characters, the perks on pandemic characters.
So strategy-wise, does it make sense to just start picking things up as quickly as you can?
I think so. Yeah. First turn, we need to start getting like some items, and we need to think a little bit about what types of items we want. So like, for example, this gun at the precinct is worth 6, and that can kill one of Dracula's for coffins like right away. So like,
don't you need 3 of them though for that?
No. You just need a total of 6 plus.
Oh, got it.
Yep. And Austin, I actually generally on Team Stream we do a terrible job of explaining the rules. But items also, so like if the monster ends up in your square and you get hit by a monster, you can throw away items to negate those hits. So they advance the killing of the monsters, but they also act as kind of shields. So you want to load up on items like for every purpose essentially.
And our characters can never die. They just resurrect in the hospital and remove the meter up top, right?
Correct. Yeah. It's just if they kill us 7 times, if they kill us or villagers, then we'll lose. So where are you, Thad? You're down here.
I'm down here. If I burn my my card,
2 additional actions. Perks.
Perks. So if I burn a perk, I can move all through here, pick up the 2 items, and end up back at the intersection.
Step,
move,
pick up.
Pick, move,
pick, move.
Pick, move.
Okay, and then you'd have 2 4 yellows.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, and the nice thing is for the Invisible Man and the Black Lagoon, we just need to get a lot of items of varying colors.
Right.
Mm-hmm. The Black Lagoon, we just need items of varying colors. Invisible Man, we eventually need to kill him with reds. So yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
All right, so you'd end up in the town square here with these 2 items, and you'd burn this perk.
Correct.
Okay. Sweet. Okay. And then the next thing that happens is actually the monster phase. And the monster phase, the way that it works is there's a deck of monster cards. And when you draw the monster cards, it tells you which monsters are going to act, how far they're going to move, and how many dice they're going to attack with if they get into range of somebody they can attack. So just to show some more card scanning, why don't I just scan in the monster phase cards so you guys can get a nice good look at them. All right, so let's zoom in.
Form of the bat.
Form of the bat. Place Dracula in the space with the current player's hero. Uh-oh.
But Dracula doesn't even act.
Yeah, so Dracula doesn't act. They usually don't make it so they'll like move a guy to your space and then have him immediately attack you. But so then this is the icon for the mummy. The left one is the mummy. Then it's the Bride of Frankenstein. Then that's the Invisible Man. So the only one who's going to act for this turn for us is the Invisible Man. He's going to move one space toward the closest hero or villager. And then if he can get onto somebody's space, he's going to attack with 2 dice. So Invisible Man is up here at the inn. The closest hero, I guess, is probably me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the same. So he's just going to move to here. And then he doesn't roll dice at all. So then, Mike, you can blow that. You can blow that thing away. And now it's Mike's turn. Oh, I'm sorry. The last thing that happens, you blew it away, but I'll hold it up here. There's a number right on the top of the monster cards, and that's how many new items enter into the board on that card. So there are 2 new items that are entering, and I draw them from the bag, and I place them. So hopefully we get some stuff that we're like standing on. That's always really nice. All right, 1 for the camp. And 1 for the barn. So the barn is super nice, as well as the camp, because now the camp has 3 items in it, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so Mike, this is you, right? Here at the shop.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if I want to jump to someone else's square first or at any point here.
Yeah, like you could like jump to me or something.
Yeah, just to get away from over here.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe move, pick up, jump, pick up.
Okay, so move. Oh, move to me.
Yeah. Well, no, I was gonna say move here and pick up this one.
Okay. Yep.
And then jump to you and pick up that one.
Sure. Yeah, because I was gonna head up here and try to get these from the barn anyway.
Yeah, so you can go a little faster then.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about this one.
Okay. Oh yeah, that sounds good to me, man. First turn, it's like who knows, right?
Right. Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna move, pick up, and then you're gonna jump, pick up.
That's right.
All right, so you got a 2 and a 3, a red and a blue. Yeah, Austin, we didn't spawn the 2 items at first, but then at the last second I remembered. So
how do we get the perk cards again?
So the way that perk cards work is if a villager spawns, which will happen during the monster phase, we need to try to get the villager to where they're going without getting killed by the monsters. If we get the villager to where they're going without getting killed, we get a perk card.
Okay.
So we haven't had any villagers spawn yet, but maybe we will this round. All right.
Monster phase.
Monster phase, baby. Okay. And I actually think I got a quick. Did you guys see a reconnect?
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I saw.
Is your phone plugged in properly this round, James?
It is. My phone is plugged in. I'm gonna never hear the end of that because we lost a whole game session. I think the only one left with us was Dave, and we had to hang it up and didn't get to finish, which was a real bummer because I was gonna win. Okay, so now see, this is an example of a villager, right? So Professor Pearson is going to appear at the cave, and then the only monster that's going to act is the fire. That's like the pissed off monster. I can't remember the word that they use.
Fury?
In Fury? Monster Fury? Something like
Frenzy?
that. Frenzy.
Frenzy.
So he's going to go 2 spaces and roll 2 dice, and then Professor Pearson is at the cave.
So that would be Dracula.
Yeah, Dracula is the frenzied monster, and so
and he doesn't move because he's on me. Yay!
And he just attacks Thad. So I was thinking that we would all roll the dice for our own attack, so that you can do the honors of rolling the 2 dice, because then we'll feel like it was our fault if we screw it up.
Okay. Or whoever programmed it.
Yeah, whoever programmed the dice.
Oh no!
All right, so. Here's your options. I mean, you could throw away your 2 items to negate the 2 hits, or you could hold on to the 2 items and just up our frenzy level, or up
What do
our
you guys think?
our
The
damage
nice thing
level.
about
Boards.
just taking the hit is that you keep the 2 items and it's still early, right? Because I mean, versus like you don't have to give up 1. If you just did 1, you'd have to give up 1 and die.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely 2 or 0. Like 1 doesn't make any sense.
Correct.
And we have like a veritable mountain of items at the camp now, by the way. There's now 5 items in the camp. So
Part of the problem with getting rid of yellows, though, is those are perfect for the creature because I can get him all the way down to here because you don't waste the spaces.
I mean, but if you die, you go back to the hospital, which there's nothing over here necessarily yet. But
Yeah,
I guess we can pick
you'd-
up 2 new items or so, 3 new items.
yeah, you'd start right there after you
Yeah, there is
after-
nothing down there.
I say just sacrifice yourself, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm kind of the mind to to just hold on to the items and die.
All right.
What do you think, that?
Well,
It's your
you mentioned
it's your choice at the end of the day. So you can.
Well, no, I understand. I'm down here now.
Yeah, that's the main problem is like there's nothing down here. So if you want to just get rid of these 2, there's a lot to pick up here.
All right, I'll die.
Okay.
Aha.
Hospital me.
Okay. So, this is a long reach. All right. So next turn you start in the hospital, which is a bummer, and there's a message in chat from Austin. Austin, you said that Invisible Man steals items from locations that pile up. I did not see that in. I don't see that in his. I don't see that in his description. So let me know what the deal is with that. His monster card effect. No, his effect is move the Invisible Man 2 spaces toward the closest villager. Yeah, it's an invisible rule. That's right, Dave. So yeah, this stock unseen. It just says to move. Oh, when drawn from the deck. Okay, I understand. All right, so every single monster has cards that are very specific to them in the monster deck. So like there's one for Dracula, there's one for the creature, and it's like random if you'll actually run into it or not. So I've never played with the Invisible Man, so I've never seen it happen. Okay. So Thad's dead, monster phase is over, and now I'm up. So
Yeah, do it.
I guess I'm going to prioritize getting the 10 points right here. So I could do like 1, 2, 3. I can pick up from 1 space away. So that's my skill. So I could do like 1, 2, 3, pick them up, and then go back here for 4. I'd like to not be right next to the Invisible Man if I can.
Why does the pickup doesn't count?
No, pickup does count. You pick up
1,
all of them with 1
2,
action. Yeah.
3, 4.
No, I don't have to move into the space.
Oh, but you can pick them all up in one swipe.
Yeah, 1 action picks up all. One action
okay.
picks up all items.
That's what I didn't understand. Got it.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. So I'm packing heat now, or packing heat. I'm packing a rifle and a pitchfork, which is the classic monster movie weapons for the villagers. And
so you're gonna go after some caskets.
yeah, next turn I'll blow away the first of the coffins, as long as nothing insane happens. Okay, so now it's monster phase.
And you have to be on that space to do that, correct?
Correct. Yep. Don't skip dinner, Austin. Go get some dinner, and then bring it back. All right. So the meeting. This is a bride-specific card, so that won't happen. And then this is the creature, then Wolfman, then Invisible Man. So move 2 and 1 die for attack. That's a yikes. That's a big yikes. So the creature, where's he? Oh gosh. The creature's going for that person who just appeared. The villager right above him.
Yeah, he's right on top of him.
Oh no.
Yep.
So that's not a great start. All right, so the creature
There's only
moves.
one die.
Yeah, creature moves, does one die, and then who wants to roll it? It's my monster phase, I guess, so I'll roll the die. All right, let's cross our fingers here. Shit.
Oh no.
Goodbye, sweet prince.
Check the algorithm, Mike. That's 3 attacks.
Yeah. Okay, so Professor Pearson dies, and our tracker goes up. All right, and then the next creature to go is the Invisible Man, and Invisible Man's going to go 2 spaces, so he actually can get to me, even though I stayed away from him, which is a bummer. 1, 2, and he's hanging out with the archaeologist at the tower. And guys, come on, this is it. Everybody, woo!
Nothing.
Okay, so that was lucky. All right, Thad, you're back up.
Cool. All right.
You're in kind of a mess.
2, 3.
Did you put new pieces on, James?
I believe I did. Yeah, there were 3 of them.
I got it. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, because now the inn has 3 as well. So we got some. Thad's in like the worst spot.
Yeah, with 2 monsters.
Yeah.
Oh boy, what's your special again?
Oh yeah, Dave. Nothing is a thing. So the dice, it comes with custom dice. The custom dice are 3 hit icons, 2 nothings, and 1 exclamation point. And the exclamation point, when they roll that, they do their like special. They each have like a special action. All right, Thad, are you gonna try to make a run for it?
You can move other people for you, Thad.
Yeah.
Not that would really help.
Yeah, like
Dracula down towards you.
You could like move me up into the casket at least, so I'm not standing with the Invisible Man.
Well, but odds are good we'll get a 1 space, right?
Yeah,
that's like the minimum.
I think that generally speaking, yeah, they move. Yeah, so that's we're.
Yeah, but I'm already here, so it's not gonna move on to you, right? Or no, never mind. We can choose. It can move on to me.
Yeah, we choose. Yeah, we choose if it's a tie. Yep. So I don't know.
Or just book it. Try and get past Dracula. You could get over here.
Yeah, there's no penalty for moving through him at least, which is good.
I mean, I can move to the mansion and pick up the mansion.
Or you could just you could run all the way and get here.
Or I could get to here and be a 2 space.
Because what would be really nice is that there are 5 items right here.
Yeah. So all right, I'll move to the bridge intersection.
Okay. Because once you get on this camp right here, you can just essentially play every item and rock the creature.
Yeah.
In one turn, which will be really good.
Yep.
All right. So Thad's turn, just running through the streets like a madman. He emerges from the hospital and just runs off. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think that these bigger. Yeah, that's right. The Austin pointed out that the when you're playing an item against a monster, it is 1 item per action. So that you'd have to like get there and then spend 5, a whole 4 actions or whatever to play all of them. All right, Reincarnated Soul. This is a mummy specific one, which is good. And then we get Dracula and Invisible Man both acting.
Jeez.
Yeah, Invisible Man's on like every card.
Yeah, we're very unlucky so far with that. So Dracula is going to go 1 and follow you, That.
Yeah, he moves up here.
And then
good thing you made that extra movement.
Yeah, and then Invisible Man is attacking me with 2 die. So
This is Thad's roll?
Well,
wait, is it 2 die or 1?
2 die.
2.
2 die. Crap.
So yeah, well, how do we want to do it? Do we want to blame Do you always roll the dice when they're attacking you, or do you always roll the dice on your monster phase? Let's have you always roll the dice on your monster phase, so then we can be pissed off at each other. I think that's more entertaining.
There's got to be an opportunity for me to kill you, James.
Yeah, here we go. Roll me 2 blanks. Come on.
That's me first, right, Dracula?
No,
wait.
Dracula.
No, Dracula.
Oh, that's just for you.
Yeah.
So that's 2 attacks on you.
Yeah, so 2 hits on me.
That's right. Only dice if they're attacking.
So this one is tricky because
you have 10.
I have 10 sitting there. Yeah.
You're right there.
And one of them is a single kill on a coffin.
Yeah, and like if I
right here too.
Yeah, if I respawn down here, I can take out this coffin. The only thing that sucks is just that we're burning through the track right now.
Yeah, man. You only live once.
Okay.
Or in our case,
we're gonna so lose this game. We're gonna lose it so bad.
They should have 9 lives.
Okay, I'm fine. Let's try the strategy of like not playing a lot of defense and just.
We're gonna get a ton of items soon, and then we can start playing more defense once we get our stuff rolling. You know?
Yeah.
Famous last words.
I do like that. Like, oh yeah. In the future, we're definitely gonna be.
We won't die.
We're gonna be buried in items.
Probably gonna start my diet tomorrow.
Real soon. I'm gonna be rich someday, says Mike, before getting devoured by a monster. I'm actually.
You know what also sucks about this monster card?
What?
0 items.
Yeah, these ones, like some of these guy specific ones, they don't give you any items, which is a bummer. Okay, so we're gonna just go for it. I'm gonna die.
Strategy.
Yeah. Like, viewers might believe that we're trying to have a shorter stream tonight, but I promise that wasn't discussed. Okay, so that's monster phase for Thad, and now Mike is up.
All right, and you're down here.
Now, technically, by the rules, I'm off the board until my turn.
So we can't move you as part of our actions?
Correct. Well, until you respawn in the hospital, you are not affectable, essentially.
Okay.
And that also means that monsters won't move towards you.
So what I'm thinking here is I should do a hop to Thad, move, pick up, then maybe move back, and then he can like take out this.
Well, if you're gonna get there, start playing those. You got to start playing those against the. That's where you play the tokens against the Black Lagoon. So yeah, go for it.
All right, cool. Yeah, let's do a hop for 1,
okay.
2, pick up for 3, and then
we can start playing through.
Start Lagooning.
Yeah, you want to play a blue first.
Yep. So that's 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so Mike, yeah, you were right, dude. It only took you 1 turn to become insanely rich in items. You were buried in items.
That's right.
The one thing that's a bummer is they're all camp items. We got to remember that for the Invisible Man, we need to keep those 5 locations. So laboratory, institute, barn, inn, and mansion, 1 of each. So you can start going through your camp stuff if you want. That blue camp one.
Yeah, so which one's that? This one on top here?
Yeah.
So let's do that.
Low value first.
Yep.
And that's, I think, my 4th action. That'll put it right here, right?
Correct. So then that'll move the boat up to there. Sweet. I'm actually going to put the standee back on the boat because the boat token is long, so it's hard for me to keep track of where it is without the boat token in. Without the standee in, if that makes sense. So let me know if you guys aren't able to tell where I have it. Okay, so you moved it to blue. That's your 4th action, and it's time for monsters, of course. Why wouldn't it be monster phase?
We should have saved our monster game we played for like Halloween time.
Yeah, that's true. We are a little bit early for our monster games, but we can always come back to them and play them again.
That's
right. Because I have a feeling we're gonna get crushed tonight, so we might have to go for some. What? Wait, you think we're doing great?
Come on.
that gives a look like what? I mean, you've already given up.
We're only half dead.
Okay, so this hunt emblem thing is Wolfman stuff, so we don't have to worry about that. But we do have 3 moves.
This is not
happening.
good.
Jeez.
This is not good at all.
Yeah, so this is going to be just a real embarrassing stream. But we get 2
I have
items.
a bunch of items, though, so I can play some D.
Yeah.
So, like, because he's going to go after me right here.
Okay, so
right.
first to act is the creature, and he's
So
gonna
he's gonna hit me.
yeah.
So I roll.
You do roll. It's your monster phase, so you got to roll 2 dice, Mike. Roll those blanks, baby.
Oh no!
That's one special.
Well, yeah. So the special moves the boat back 1 square.
And I'll
So-
throw away.
Actually,
one of my
that's
camp
not-
items.
Awful.
It's not awful compared to some of the other specials. That's not the end of the world. It's better than hit, I think, to be honest. All right, so Mike, you're just gonna throw away one of your yellow.
One of the yellow
Low
camps.
value
yeah.
yellows.
Yeah, one of just the 3. We can throw away this violin. Okay. All right. There's some defense. We finally did
That's
some
just
defense.
the first monster.
Yeah. All right. So now Dracula is going to take
Moves to
1
me.
step. Oh, he's on Thad. Shit.
I get the roll for Thad. Sorry, Thad.
All right, 2. It's going to be a misses. I can feel it. Oh man. All right. So that I think it's time for you to throw an item away, bud.
I think so too. What's his special?
He moves Mike to him.
Oh, if there's
Oh.
what's that thing called? Charm.
Yeah, current player to him. All right, so Mike and I are on the same spot.
That's okay. That actually probably helps.
And yeah, I guess are they both
Whoa.
in the same location?
So
museum.
Howling Hog Games what just happened? He got 23 messages were deleted by our moderator bot, and it says please refrain from spamming caps. So I'm not sure what he was he was typing. Bot went nuts apparently.
Oh boy.
Okay, so are you gonna throw
rowdy.
one away, Thad? Is that your plan?
I am church and museum.
Yeah, neither of those are the location.
All right, so I'll throw away the church. I'm a professor. I should spend time in the museum.
Okay, you're gonna throw away the church. Yeah, agreed. Separation of church and state. We support that on the stream, apparently. Yeah, it deleted all your comments. Sorry, I'll have to turn off that bot, Austin, if you're gonna come in here and do all cap stuff. I want you to be free to communicate the way that you feel.
Stop yelling at us.
No
Yeah.
limits.
No limits. No limits on the stream. Okay, so you defended yourself. Dracula pulled Mike onto him, and then
Frenzy.
and then the frenzy
So the
guy,
fr-
which is Dracula again, and then we're gonna have him attack Mike, I think, right?
Yeah, because I
Yes.
have all these items
Yeah.
here.
So Mike's gonna roll 2 blanks because it's him. We'll see.
I would probably roll 2 exclamations if there were 2 exclamations.
Yeah. Well, no, do it, man. That'd be great. That's perfect. You're already on his
Oh, okay.
square.
Oh, there we go. No problem.
Oh,
Yeah,
sweet.
I love it. Dave, I swear, man, one of these days I'm gonna do that emote. I've been trying to find time to create a little emote of one of our faces. I apologize. So you don't have any good emotes to do. All right, so that was Mike's turn, and now I'm up, and that means I'm back in the hospital. And the first thing I do is I roll out of the hospital bed, and I pick up my rifle, and I pick up my pitchfork, and I sprint out into the street. And the doctors look at each other, and they're like, very good.
It's reasonable.
We've done it. So I think I'm going to take out the graveyard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3. We blow away his first coffin. And then with my 4th action, I want to look what my perk is here. I can either place the creature in any space or move any monster 3 spaces. So, is it worth me getting Dracula away from you guys? I kind of think it is.
Well, I mean, this guy's right here too.
Yeah, but it takes away. He's like Dracula's the frenzied monster.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I can do that.
If you move him
So-
down to here,
Like
is that the crypt?
either the crypt or I could put him down in like the Institute. He's got to come all the way out of this path here to get out of the Institute.
1, 2, 3. You can't move that far. Though.
No, I can place them on any space.
Oh, wow,
or
yeah.
I can move. Oh no, place the creature. So creature of the Black Lagoon in any space, or move any monster 3 spaces. So if I want to move Dracula 1, 2, 3, I can put him down here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll do that. All right. So that's my perk. I lose that perk, and then I end up just back. I'm gonna end up in the church because I had one action left, and there's nothing for me to do with that action. So, all right. Monster phase, baby. Let's get lucky. Let's have one where just like it's all, it's all Frankenstein or something. So I okay. So this places, flip it over here. This places the creature at the waterfront.
Oh, nice.
Which actually moves him totally out of our zones, which is cool. And then werewolf, the only one's going is Dracula, and he's moving 1 space. So we got a nice little respite there.
That was a good call. I'm moving Drax.
Yeah. All right. Thad, you're up. Professor Thad.
So how many? There's the inn has 3. Does this one only have 2?
Yeah, the precinct has 2. Yep.
Okay, so I'll move to the inn. So 1, 2.
Okay.
Pick up.
Okay. So you're now the proud owner of a dart, a monocane mixture, and garlic.
And then I have a burn move. Do you want me to move you back up here, Mike, into camp?
I think that's pretty smart. So Mike can just use all his actions attacking the creature.
All right, I'll move Mike to camp.
Sweet. All right, guys, we're on a roll here. Those first couple turns were rough, but things are looking up.
You just had to have faith, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's all we had to do was have a little bit of faith in the cards turning a little bit for us. All right, so we got a new villager.
Oh, that's cool.
Placing Lucy at the theater.
Drax gonna get 2. And he's moving 2 spaces each. Right. When do we move the frenzy token?
The cards tell you. It says like move the frenzy to the next monster.
Hard.
Where is the theater? Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, she's gonna get destroyed by the Invisible Man. And then Dracula gets 2 actions, and he takes 2 spaces. Yikes! So he's coming for me, huh?
Where does she need to go?
Yeah.
So she needs to go. She needs to go to the mansion. So she's got a ways to go. All right. So, yeah, I mean, I was going to ask you that, Austin. It seems really rare for the frenzy to move. I expected the frenzy to move a lot during the course of a game, but I in the games I've played, it's moved like once or twice. Which seems weird. It's like so essentially it means like if you play with Dracula is going to very frequently be dangerous, which maybe was the design. Okay, so Dracula goes 2 spaces twice. All right, so he ends up on me. And
twice?
Then,
why twice?
Well, because he goes for
because it's frenzy. Got it.
Yeah, he goes for the Dracula space and the frenzy space. So, all right.
So we hold on. We do have a choice.
Why?
It's equidistant to go to me.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Oh, it's equidistant to go to Mike. Not to you though.
Oh, to Mike. Yeah. So do we want to send him to Mike?
Well, yeah, because I have no more items. I forgot to move my items away.
Yeah. How many dice are we rolling? 1. Yeah, I can take that.
Why do you should have only used 1 on the crypt?
No, Oh yeah, I just needed 6. I was thinking I needed.
So
I was thinking I needed.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking I needed 9. I was thinking I needed 9. Okay, so 6. That's good. That saves me my 4. So I could do it, or Mike could do it. He's only rolling 1 die, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you can take me on. I have plenty to deal with.
Yeah, but like I think
here's the other thought.
Your usage is better. Like your stuff is better.
But I have a bunch of
him
camp
low.
ones.
Yeah, I say keep him down by me.
All right.
Yeah, keep him low. He's the frenzy guy. We got to keep him away from everybody.
All right.
All
So
right, get low.
and this card got us 3 new items. The laboratory, the church, and the tower.
Okay. And I roll 1 die.
Where's the church? Oh, there it is. That's where I am. Okay. So yeah, Thad, this is your monster phase, right?
Yeah. Roll 1 die for James.
Come on, roll me a blank, buddy.
Nice.
Yes, we survive. All right. So we can blow this guy away. And Mike, it's your turn.
Okay, so one thing I just want to throw out here is I could actually move this villager to the mansion, right? 1, 2, 3. If I use 3,
You could, because you can move. Oh no, you have to be next to it to direct. You have to be like with it to direct it. You can
that's right.
you can direct it to
Or
your
next
space.
to it, right?
Yeah, you can direct it to your space, or you can direct it out of your space.
I forgot. Yeah, my bad. So we'll just like get. I mean,
what you could
Invisible
do is
Man's gonna take her out.
Yeah, I mean that's the nasty thing is he's gonna. If we draw an Invisible Man card, that's a problem. Yeah, and the professor can move, like Thad could move the villager, but you can't.
Okay. Well,
What does advance do again?
Advance is like to
do monster
attack
stuff.
the monster cards, like to do all this stuff on the monster cards. So like to advance the track on the Black Lagoon by Mike playing items against the monster.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
So yeah, I get it, Mike. You could do like 1, 2, call her to you for a 3, and then go 4, and she'd follow you here. So she's like 1 away. But then you've like wasted your turn.
No, I'm not. I don't want to do that now. I was thinking it might be good if I could move her remotely, but I can't.
Yeah.
Be adjacent.
Let's roll the dice and hope we don't get an Invisible Man. So yeah, let's just go nuts, man. So the most efficient one to play first is yellow.
The yellow. Yep. So let's play this top camp yellow. Well, no, the 3 yellow.
Yeah. So the tarot deck card goes, and that moves it to yellow, and then you're gonna play yellow again.
Yeah, it's gonna be all yellows here, right?
No, then it's gonna switch to red.
Wait, why?
Just the order of the X's changes. So like this yellow will get it to here, and then you want to do a red to get it to here. It'll skip over this yellow.
Yeah, so I do 1 more yellow, right?
Right, and then a red. Because if it's on this yellow,
yeah, I see. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So another yellow goes, and that gets it 1 more space, and then you want to throw your docks down. Your knife, the red.
Yes.
And that's 3 actions. And then the best next one would be yellow.
Red, if I had one.
Red.
No, yellow's best. You're here.
Oh, I thought it was down here. Yeah, you're
So
right.
so you're gonna take this turn here to this yellow.
It's tosser, man.
All right, let's attack him. Okay, and then you're done, right? That was 4 actions.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's your perk? Because you could do 2 additional actions here.
Well, what do we need? So if I'm in the yellow, the next blue one would get us to the... Oh, no, it wouldn't.
You could do yellow and then blue, and it would get us there.
Well, I don't have enough items.
Oh, shit, yeah.
I probably would want to move to somebody, maybe. Let me think.
If you had 2 additional actions?
No, I need to stay in camp, don't I?
I mean, you
do, but you're going to need additional cards before you can finish camp.
So where's the best place to get cards? To move down by Dracula and you, or to move up here? Or to just move 1 space?
Yeah, I mean, you're going to
You need a blue to get you to lair, right?
Yeah, he already has a blue.
Which he has.
Yeah, but he needs either a red or a yellow to get past that blue.
So
Or another
move
blue.
me here.
Or another blue,
yeah.
I'll just move here and then I have options.
Well, wait. You've done how many? You've taken 4
Oh,
actions.
no, I did 4, yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm going to take no more actions.
But you could play, what I was thinking you were thinking about is playing your perk, because you get 2
right.
additional actions if you want them.
I don't know if that's necessary right now. I think
All
we're going
right.
to need them more later.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
So
All right.
Monster.
Phase. So for anybody watching who has never played or seen this game, this is a Target exclusive. It's published by Ravensburger North America. and it is by Prospero Hall. That's the designer, and I think it's like $35. It's been kind of hard to find, but you can order it online and pick it up in store. It's kind of a bummer that it's only at Target, but they obviously cared a lot about getting it exclusive. All right.
Thad.
So we get 3 items.
Dracula.
Wilbur
Dracula's got
and
3 dice on Thad.
Okay, Wilbur and Chick at the shop. And then Dracula's going to get to act. Yeah, it's kind of cool because it looks like Target. I think that is a good sign for like the industry if Target's like getting exclusive games for Target stores, like, and that they're a little bit more complicated than just like, you know, Fortnite version of Monopoly or whatever. So I think that's neat.
No,
Ready
he's
for Dracula?
Dracula's at the church, isn't he?
Yeah. Here we go. Ready?
He's attacking James.
Yes.
Okay, bring it. I don't fear any vampire shit.
You're dead.
He got to roll 3 dice?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man. Okay, so I'm just gonna die because I don't want to waste the item if I'm just gonna die anyway.
At least you're not far away.
Yeah. at least I got to step out into the street until I was sucked dry by Dracula.
Come
okay.
run out of the hospital again with your pitchfork.
Yeah, seriously. He just pulled away the Band-Aid where I had the IV, and he just drank the blood right out of there. Okay, so that's a bummer, Austin. You can tell your wife that, you know, maybe she should bring the dinner to watch the stream, just as an option, maybe. Yeah, I know that's a real safe thing to say. Okay, so that was Mike's monster phase, right?
Correct.
Yep, all done.
Great guys, and I'm like pinned in
Crushing
by
it.
Dracula. All right, so I'm back in the hospital, and what do I want to do? Because
You can pick up an item from adjacent space.
I can
Not
pick
that
up
it
both of
really
those items, yeah, but then I can't get out of there. So like I think I just need to make a run past Dracula.
matters. Yeah, do it.
Like maybe go 1, 2, 3 and pick up these 2 items with an intent to head down to destroy the crypt.
Yeah, that's a good call, actually. You have
Yeah.
enough to do it now, right?
Yeah, I will have enough. Yeah.
With all 3, yeah. That's a good call. Yeah, go up here.
Yeah, and Austin, I don't want to dox you here, Austin, but Austin just got married, so he can't be getting a board game related divorce quite yet.
Well, not this early.
Nah, yeah, wait a decade.
That's for later.
Okay, so, all right, so I am good with my items, and now it's monster phase. We've made like not great progress on Invisible Man. We haven't done anything yet. That sucks. All right, so place the Invisible Man. This is the one that Austin was warning us about. Place the Invisible Man at the location with the most items and discard all items there.
Boo.
So the location with the most items is 2, and I think we get to choose. He's already at the tower. Right?
I'd rather have him be at the tower.
Yeah, I kind of think so too. Oh, items should spawn first. All right, good point from Austin. We need to spawn the items before because maybe that will impact who has the most. So 2 items spawn first. Let's see what we got. 1 at the Institute.
Laboratory.
What? Oh, that's what you're hoping for?
Yeah.
Okay. And
Oh, on the last turn, did we pull out the two guys? Are they the ones at the shop? Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're at the shop. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so I put in the new items. It didn't affect where the most were. So I think we just keep them at the tower, right? And we discard these 2 blues. He doesn't get to act. So he's not going to get to kill this woman here.
So the creature gets to move.
Yeah.
One.
All right. So let's just discard these. That's a bummer, but whatever. And then the creature is going to move towards...
He's on the bridge.
Yeah, he's on the bridge. Okay. So that's not terrible. And that's it. Sweet. Okay, so Professor's up. Go get him, Tad.
So I think I'm going to do a pickup, move, pickup.
Pick up, move, pick up. Okay.
That's a big red one.
Yeah, that's the gun.
And the inn is one of the Invisible Man's cards. How do I... What tile do I act on the Invisible Man?
All right, so on the Invisible Man, you're in the spot. You're in the precinct. So if you now give evidence about the Invisible Man's location, we just put it on here to start covering all these locations.
Cool.
So you
have one turn to do that?
It's the same way that you were acting on the creature, Mike.
Right. I'm just wondering how many turns he has left.
He's out.
I'm
turns.
out.
Yeah.
Unless you want to give me your 2 additional actions. Do I have 2 I can burn on this guy?
You could put an inn, and that's
Museum?
it. No, it's a mansion in the bottom here. Sorry, you can't see. This one's a mansion. I'll move it up a little bit so you guys can see the bottom.
Yeah, if you can cover 2, you can have both of them, but
I can only
cover one.
Yeah, you can only cover 1. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so that's turn, right?
Yep.
So one thing I did not mention to you guys that hopefully was in the how to play stuff you watched. If we run out of monster cards, I think the game is over, right?
Like we win?
No, we lose. I think.
What?
Let's hope.
No. You'd have to reshuffle. Come on.
It? I don't know. I thought it was more like Pandemic, where if we ran out of monster cards, it was over. I like Thad's optimism. No. You have to reshuffle, right?
Well, you can't be able to die like 9 ways.
Well, yeah. I think you can. Let's see. I'm pretty sure if you run out of cards, you lose. Yeah, each turn. Yeah, if you need to draw a monster card, but the deck is empty, you lose. Okay. So we just got a reincarnated soul, which is one of those 0 cards. And Dracula's going to get to act, and Invisible Man's going to get to act. So Dracula takes 1 space, which I guess is towards me.
Here.
Invisible Man takes 1.
How are you?
What?
You up here?
Yeah, I'm in the mansion. Right. And then
you're in the hospital.
No.
Yes, Mike. I just assume you're in the hospital. All right, so he's going to attack that character. So that's a bummer.
How many die?
2.
Yeah, 2 die.
Uh-oh. Double kill.
Oh,
5.
Poor Lucy.
Bye-bye, Lucy.
Yeah.
We're not doing right by these villagers.
No, they're dying.
We are not. Every villager just gets viciously murdered like as soon as the opportunity arises. Okay. So Thad, you have a ton of items. Like you're gonna be able to do some dirt on somebody here soon. All right, Mike, what are you doing?
So where are you guys? Here and here. Okay.
Austin, we're gonna win this just to spite you. Austin says, "Oh, I'm gonna miss this, so I'm just gonna assume you lose." That is violence. That is a violence acted against us.
Loser talk.
Yeah, that's how a loser talks. All right, Mike, let's do something cool.
Yeah, cool. I need items pretty bad.
Well,
or what else can I really do? Do we have anyone I can move around?
Well, you can only just move yourself to somebody else, right?
Yeah, and you guys are like right next to me almost, so it's really just an extra free.
Well, you could move the blue. You could move to me directly.
And grab the blue.
Grab that blue and then go back to the camp.
Yeah.
Or just, can you go out and do something completely different? Because I could go to the camp on my way to the cave.
Yeah, and you got a lot of items. That's a really good point, actually. So, but I still would like to move here. I think grab that and go maybe 1-2 or something, and go over here.
Grab those two guys. That's not a bad idea because we really can't have those villagers die anymore.
So, or maybe should I not even grab the items?
Here,
go move here, 2, 3, and then move these guys. Where do they need to go?
They need to go to the dungeon, which is up here.
I mean, if they stay on my square and I have items, I could defend.
Yeah. I mean, I think that probably is our best move.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so move to
1,
me.
2, 3, pick up.
Okay. Yeah, because that 6 that you just picked up is nice. I mean, that can take out a coffin by itself.
Although I'll probably have to use it to defend, but
yeah, maybe we'll get lucky. Okay, so your turn's over, and here's monster phase. Let's see something good. It's
There's
just
no
like
good ones in here.
Yeah,
right?
I don't think there are good ones.
That's a good one.
All right, so Fritz goes to the tower.
Yeah, it is.
Drac only moves one spot to James.
We get to pick which way. Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume James, you right?
I assume too, but let's put out the items first and just sort of see what happens here.
Is there an order? You're supposed to put the items out before
you are supposed to put the items out right away. Yeah,
sure.
first you're supposed to kind of work downwards from the top. Okay, so one appears in the laboratory, in the shop with you, Mike. So that's good.
Hey.
And in the tower. Okay, so let's talk about where we would want to have this guy attack. Probably me. I mean, I have.
You're gonna go take out this casket, so you need all your reds.
Well, I just need 2 of them. So I can. Because I need 6. So I only need 2 of my items.
And it's only. Oh, it's 2 dice. Okay.
You're also going to be down this peninsula. I guess you can get out fairly quick.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, who has the better chance of? I have 3 items. You have 2 items. The worst thing that can happen is to. Whose turn is it right now?
My turn.
It's your turn, Mike.
Thanks.
So I think if I can do 1 damage, I can just get rid of this blue, and that's not so bad.
So here's good night, Austin. Thanks for hanging out, man. Have a good dinner. Hopefully it's delicious. Apologize to your wife in advance. So
it is is one of the cards we need for the Invisible Man, though, isn't it? Laboratory.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we do need a laboratory. But the one thing I will say is,
you're right next to it anyway.
If he rolls the exclamation point, we want him to be on Mike's square. Because
then it does nothing.
Then it does nothing. If he's on my square and the exclamation point gets rolled, it will move Mike to my square, which then leaves the villagers alone.
That's a
Dracula,
really good point.
You know?
That's a phenomenal point.
Okay.
Tiebreaker.
All right. So Dracula is looming over you in the shop, and he says, "Would you like to buy anything today?" And then you realize, oh no, it's Dracula, right?
Okay.
All right, so go get him, Mike. Roll some blanks.
Blank. Oh no.
Worst case scenario happened. Okay.
No, not really, because we wanted the exclamation.
Yeah, we would have felt bad if we'd have moved it and that had happened. So, all right.
So get rid of my blue.
Get rid of the blue. All right.
'Cause I'm just gonna probably mop up these blues down here anyway.
Yeah. All right. So we discard the blue, and then the exclamation point happens, which does nothing. So, not bad.
No, that could be worse.
And then just note that we did put a guy up here in the tower next to Invisible Man.
What's his name?
Yeah, he's Fritz, and he's trying to get to the Institute. So he's trying to get down here to the corner, which is not great. It's a lot of bad guys to run through there. Okay, so Mike's turn's over. My turn. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 smash. And then I guess 4 just come back out.
You're not going to pick up and then do those?
Well,
they pick up 1, 2.
I guess.
Might not. It probably doesn't make sense because you're going to roll back through there.
Thanks for the follow, Brack55, if you're in the stream currently.
Yeah, he rolls. He gets a chance to get a double. right? You could get another item on the mansion.
Yeah, so why don't I grab this and go 1-2 and then use my 2 items just in case something weird happens and I get attacked next turn. I would like to have some defense.
And how would that happen though?
I don't know if there's a card that moves a guy to me or something.
To the crypt or something.
Yeah.
All right.
I'd like to have the defense.
Okay, fair enough.
So I'm gonna pick up that item. Oh, I'm only gonna use 2 of these items though.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Then forget it. I take that back.
Okay. Because we might place another item here. Just pick it up if you have to.
Yeah,
on the way back through.
So all right. So I'm gonna blow away this one. I'm gonna spend the 2 3s, and I destroy the crypt.
So if we kill Dracula, the frenzy goes to the next monster. Is that right?
That is correct. Yes. Okay. Yep. Okay. So that's my turn. 1, 2.
James,
what?
Don't forget we do need one of those mansions for the Invisible Man, eventually.
Okay, so I'll have to grab it and hold on to it.
Yep.
All right, so I've only taken 1, 2 actions, 3 actions. So I'm gonna step back out. I'm coming out for the mansion, baby. All right, monster phase. We got to get this Dracula. If we can take one guy out, I feel like that makes a huge difference.
Yeah, get some momentum.
Momentum.
We're almost
like
we're
the
almost
crowd
creature,
starts
too.
chanting like yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then we'll just retire after the game, and everyone will boo us.
Right. Oh man, can you believe that?
No,
We're really doing a crossover here. Just a famous quarterback retires during
well.
a game. It's wild. I mean, I certainly don't fault him. I wouldn't want to get just like hammered in the head like 40 times a game.
Pummeled.
Okay, so on the move. Oh, here's the one where the frenzy marker moves. But let's first do the items. Okay. All right, so we got a new one in the inn. We got a centrifuge in the laboratory. I like the idea of using a centrifuge against like a old-timey monster. Like, I'm just going to spin something really fast next to him. And then research in the tower. Okay, so we move the frenzy marker. So the creature is now frenzied. And then each villager moves 1 space towards their safe location.
This isn't good for us.
Which is not good.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
So Wilbur, who's with you, Mike, moves directly in with the monster.
Yeah, that guy's dead.
Fritz moves into the theater with the monster. So
we could be done this next turn.
This might be the end of the game. This might be the moment of truth here. Okay, so and then the frenzied monster acts,
which is one of those.
Which is the creature.
The creature.
And he's rolling 2 dice at that guy. So I'm rolling the 2. Come on, Papa needs a new pair of pants. Woo! Okay, so he's dead.
We're almost out.
Somewhere Austin is chewing his dinner and smiling to himself. Oh,
just smirking.
I'm sure
they're probably already dead.
We're not even going to make the appetizer course.
Right. I'll send him a tweet after it's over, just letting him know that it's already done. Okay, so that was a bad round, and Thad, you're up. Go get him, Professor.
All right, so I will advance and place one of the inns, probably the blue.
Just real quick,
no,
we might
actually,
want to
I'll
move
do
this villager.
Well, after he advances, he can step down and pull that villager out.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'll do one of the, I guess the red or the yellow. It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Does it? Hold on. Let me look. Where's the creature at? I wouldn't do the yellow. I'll do
the 2 red.
Do the 2 red.
Hold
on, I gotta plug my laptop in.
Wouldn't be a team stream without somebody running out of batteries. So Dave, what's new? Anything new in your life? You playing any games lately, man? I just picked this up at Target yesterday on a whim, so this has been my most recent play. I also have been playing Seventh Continent, Mike. I don't know if I mentioned that game ever to you. It's very strange, but I like it. Oh,
This
Dave,
is the expensive one?
yeah, I got it. I got it for its normal price. I didn't have to buy
good.
it. I didn't have to buy it on eBay. But yeah, Dave, I was wondering if you've been playing any good games lately. All right, Thad. So your first action you did okay, and then
I can't do anything else on the Invisible Man, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so then I move down.
Yep.
And then I want to.
You can pull Fritz into your square. Yeah.
Do you have to move him towards you, or you can move him away from you?
You can do either.
So
to or from an adjacent space.
So where's his target?
He's trying to get to the Institute.
Okay.
I'm just gonna drag him with me.
Just bring it. Yeah, just take him with you. Yeah.
So that's my third action, correct?
You advanced,
so
moved, pulled. Yep.
Fourth to the bridge.
Yep.
And then I can't quite finish the creature, can I? If Mike gives me his card.
No, you'd use your fifth action to go to the camp, and then your sixth action, you could play a red that would get it one space away. That would be the best you could do. Or you could just place a blue, and the next turn place the blue. So.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say if I could kill him, then we should do that. But
yeah, Dave, Vancouver. That one's a tough one for us to go to a con, unfortunately. Although we are hoping to be out in Rochester, New York, in October for a convention. So for folks who are in the New York area, that's going to be an opportunity to sort of feel all the hardware and talk to us and stuff. All right, sorry, Thad. What did we want to use that to make a hit?
No.
I don't think it's worth it.
No.
Okay.
All right, so my turn's done. Monster phase.
Is this the end? Bets? Anybody want to bet?
No, we're good.
No, actually, we're safe now.
It's gonna be so good.
Because I can defend, and Mike is here. We're good.
All right, so worried fiance. So we have Elizabeth being placed at the mansion.
Three cards.
Yeah.
And the frenzy.
Okay, so where's the bag? So this has like a cool velvet bag that has all the items, just so you guys know. 3 items. So one in the Abbey, which is perfect timing because that's where I'm standing. One in the Institute and one in the Precinct. And then
Creature moves to Mike.
Creature moves to Mike and attacks Mike. Okay.
Front row. How many dice?
You ready?
Oh yeah, we could be dead.
You know what?
Special.
All right, so it just moves it one back.
That's not bad.
So we should have been, Mike. We should have used this to get you the hell out of there. I wasn't even thinking about that.
All right. Well,
we survived. We made it. Okay. So Mike, it's your turn.
So I'm thinking, man, I'm in with 2 monsters.
You're in with 2 monsters.
Oh, but this is cool. We go pick up, move. Wait, no. How many are here? 1 or 2?
Just 1. It's at the shop, which is not something that we need for the Invisible Man.
Do we need any of these ones? Institute or
we need Institute and Laboratory. So we need both.
Maybe go 1
both
pick up, 2 pick up, right?
Yes. I think that's worth it.
Yeah.
And then should he burn his extra to get the heck out of there?
Yeah, then I could burn and I could actually jump and move into here.
Yeah. Well, you could jump because you want to get to the Precinct.
Oh, right. So I could jump and move here, and I have enough to defend with.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. And then next turn you could get up into the Precinct and start.
Yeah, let's do that. And I can defend from anyone else that's over here.
Okay. All right, let's do it.
All right, so clearing up.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, do you want me to pull this one too
6.
instead of moving, or no? I'll just do all that.
Yeah, I don't think that shop is that helpful for us, Mike.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, so move, pick up, jump, move here, and then I'll get rid of my card.
And then you burn your perk. All right. That's not. I don't know. That's a pretty good round, I think.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then Monster Phase. Did you guys watch 30 Rock?
Oh yeah, that show's awesome.
Whenever I watch whenever I think about like Wolfman, I think about it's Werewolf Bar Mitzvah. Do you know what I'm talking about? The Tracy Morgan had made a video for a bar mitzvah party for a kid, and he's dressed as a werewolf, and he's like, "Werewolf bar mitzvah, spooky, scary." I don't know if you remember it.
I don't remember that one.
The joke doesn't land. It's like a 2-second bit. Like it's like a tiny little thing, but it's very funny. All right, so it's another hunt is on, which is fine. The only thing is we have a lot of action happening here. A lot of guys are going to move.
3 of them. All 3 guys.
So 2.
Oh, no. 2 of the same guy.
The creature's going to go twice. All right, so we got 1 in the barn, and we got 1 in the mansion. Okay, and then creature goes, then Dracula goes, then creature goes. And so creature is going to move 1. And I guess that's just towards the woman, right?
This chair right here, yeah.
And then Dracula is going to do the same.
Oh, we could be done.
And then creature is going to move up with her. And then creature rolls 2 dice against this poor defenseless villager, Elizabeth, who I think is from Dracula, from the original Dracula.
So this is the game if we lose this, right?
Yeah, this is your phase, Mike. So lose the game for us, bud. Damn.
That's anticlimactic.
Wow! Holy smokes, guys!
We shouldn't have used so many of the phase movers.
So I do think that the lesson is just you actually should just waste your items and play defense.
Yeah.
Because we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 more monster rounds. So that's like 5 turns each left.
So we might be the worst participants in this game in history.
Well, I mean, it's the first time we've played it. Because so I played it with 2 monsters, and we like dusted the monsters. Because with 2 monsters, it's like a lot easier.
How many people? 2 people?
2 people, 2 monsters. So what I think is if you're able to take down that first monster, then things would have become a lot easier in the second part of the game. But we just couldn't get one of them down.
Well, we kind of spread our stuff out too. It would be nice if we would just, you're right.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point too. Is like I was doing Dracula stuff, and then we were also doing creature stuff. So maybe we should have really, really hyper focused on just taking out one monster to start. And then I think not allowing us to die is probably smarter.
Yeah, whoever suggested that is just
Yeah. But yeah, this one's cool. I could see playing this one again. What did you guys think?
I like this one.
It's fun.
It's fun.
So some stuff that's tricky for it with Vorpal board is one, just kind of the sheer scope of all the stuff that it's looking at here on the board. And then 2 is just these oddly shaped components. We're going to have to think about that a little bit.
So if I were to do this over again, like you mentioned this early on, but I would hand scan these giant things and have them be assets on the side. And then if once we have little markers, we can use to move stuff around. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I should have, because you know what? I'm an idiot. I was scrambling and I was thinking, okay, well, it's important for us to put the right component on his card, right? But scanning any of these components is problematic. So getting an actual physical component in here to put on his card would be kind of tricky. But I'll show you what happens. Like, we'll see if it's going to cooperate here. I was scanning these in earlier, and like I didn't love I didn't love how they scanned just because they lost the number. But like the number isn't important for like the evidence for the Invisible Man, so maybe it would have been okay. You know, I don't know.
So weird question here. These are all the same shape, right, James?
Yeah.
Would it make sense to have like a little shimmer on it to make it like a rectangle, or do we just need to improve our scanning?
Well, so here's I guess getting a little bit into the guts of like the scanning, right? So it does. Oh, it came in. Okay, cool. So you see what it did?
You're right. Cut it off.
Yeah. So it finds like the largest rectangle that it can find surrounding the object, and then it brings it in, and it doesn't attempt to wrap around any of the any of the other components inside the image. And so like this would be fine, right? Like we could just take this and put it over the spot on the board. Like the little bump out doesn't really matter for tracking purposes. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about it because your thought was the same as mine, Mike. I was just going to scan in these big components and then we would have those as digital and we could shrink them down so they didn't take up so much screen real estate.
Right, because as a remote player, it's really nice to have the high res and whatnot on the board.
Yeah, I mean, it would be really nice. I'll just zoom in on the board here. You know, like originally I was thinking that we'd have like a setup more like this, and then you guys would get a sort of an ultra high res version of the board, which is a lot nicer, and you'd be able to see like the miniatures a lot better too, and then the art of like the characters and stuff, and so that looks really cool. It's just these creature boards were a little bit of a problem. So I'll think about it a little bit more, and next time we'll do it a little bit differently.
Okay. Although I got to say, I mean, a game as big as this video-wise, I was on a 13-inch tablet, and it wasn't awful.
Cool.
That's aside from the company.
Resounding.
Yeah. Had to bring it. Had to bring the fire. Yeah, so that's a good test. Being on a small screen, just sort of because you're probably doing a lot of zooming. And so that's good. And then it held up pretty well with the really high res images today. So that's good. So we got some good testing stuff in this game. I would kill for them to have just made things rectangular. So I'm going to have to think about that a little bit. We might be able to shape recognize a little bit more around. So it's smart enough to like grab oblong or round kind of regular shapes. Where it starts to fall apart is where they're just a random shape. That's the problem. Now, what we could do, and Mike, you and I have talked about this in the past, is like have a little rectangle thing that sits on this, and then when we scan it, it puts a back around it. But the problem with this game is there's like 60 of them.
Tiny.
Yeah. And so every single time you'd have to attach the backing or something. It's not a great.
No, it's not practical.
So the other thing that I was thinking is I was going to look through them all because there's a lot of repetition. I think there's 6.
And just put them on the side or something.
Well, yeah, I could like pre-scan and get them all in, and then we could do the random assignment in the digital space. So I'm gonna think about that a little bit more. Dave, can it recognize color? So it does, yeah. So the way that the scanning works is I'll show you here. The box where I'm putting the cards has this super pink background, and the reason that it does pink is if this was you'd think like, okay, if we made this white, we could pick up everything that's black, or you could pick up any card that you put on there, or if we made it black, you could pick up any card. And so the problem that we have is there are a lot of cards that have white, there are a lot of cards that have black. The first thing I tried was to do green screen color. Problem with that is there are tons of cards that have green. Like green screen is really good at like flesh tones, but not really good at board game components. So the neon pink is what we use. And so the way that it works is it does a diff between the card and the pink to figure out what's on screen there, and then it wraps it in the largest rectangle, and then it takes that largest rectangle, and that's what you end up seeing here. So you mentioned like a green screen where we could do sort of like a background subtraction algorithm. That is something that exists. And so that's something to consider is augmenting sort of that scanning to be able to handle more complex shapes. The tricky part with all of those moves is like the more complex logic we run
CPU.
It's just the speed of the scanning, right? So we're trying to keep the scanning as super fast as possible. So yeah, there's more investigation to do specific to these little weirdo components. But overall, I mean, I think the game was playable this way. The one thing that's just a bummer is for the remote players, like you guys didn't get to really manage anything. So I don't know if that kind of takes you out of the game feel a little bit to not have your inventory and stuff. So,
well, I think it's a good example of a game where, I mean, it was still fun to play. It just, because of some of the uniquenesses of this particular game, it wasn't the standard, but we were still able to have fun with it.
yeah, I mean, I think that I say this a lot to you guys off stream, but like every time we do one of these events and we play a game or whatever, even when there are a little bit of funky things about some games, like at the end of the session, it still feels like I played a board game with people. Like afterwards, I go and I talk to my wife, and I'm like, oh, we won or we lost, or Mike cheated and won or what have you. So like it still retains, I think, the feel of having played this. I would like to have you guys be able to interact with it a little bit more. So we'll see. I'll work on it, because it would be cool if, like, for example, you guys could move the boat, right? So Mike, if you play like a yellow, you could move the boat up to like the next space instead of having like me do it locally here. Just to
Right.
feel like you're involved a little bit more. So.
Well, and if this was a game that I really loved playing, I could save my session and do some interesting custom crop stuff, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean,
right? You could do the pre-work, absolutely, and it actually doesn't take that much time. So you could do the pre-work of just taking a photo of the item components and then just
come
cropping
into Photoshop, crop it.
You can just do it. I just do it on my phone. Like I just crop the image on my phone and load it into the session.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't even have to have it come off your phone.
Yep.
Which is I think not a bad flow. Like I'll actually show you that like right now. I mean, obviously you wouldn't do it while you're playing, but if you loved this game and you wanted to save a set of the items to use, you absolutely could.
So spend a half hour extra in setup.
Instead
of 5 minutes, spend a half hour.
Exactly.
One
time. And then it's saved. Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll show you like what. So for example, if I just take a picture of this item, and then I'm gonna go crop that and put it into the game, and then it'll be in there. And then yes, you're right. You could just use it the next time you play. So I don't think it's awful. It's just we got to think about the best way to make it so it's like easy to get going and not a lot of maintenance. Everybody's waiting with bated breath.
Do it.
Okay. So then I just cropped it. I cropped it directly on my phone, and then from the Vorpal board app, I'm just going to add that object into our game session. And then it should just pop in once I click this button. And there it is. Right? So, you could go into depth and actually try to like stitch it all the way out and whatever. Or you could just have them come in this way and manage them or whatever, right? So like we have some flexibility. I would just love if the scanning could do it automatically. So there's some investigation to do there to improve. But this is the first game that we've run into that has this particular weird shape, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's pretty unique.
Custom die cut components as game pieces.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. And not only that, like we've run into some before that I've stitched out and put into the game this way. The problem with this one is there's so many of them, and you're bringing them out and putting them in constantly. So they essentially are kind of like cards, but they're little weird shaped components. Instead of in previous games, I feel like these would have been the small cards. Those tiny little cards. In other like now, I think maybe that games are becoming higher quality like this. They're not just copying out and using little cards. Instead, they're using cardboard.
I don't want to have a lot of configuration because that kind of takes away from the simplicity of the app, James. But you could almost have it where you could like extend your buffer on the outside or something like that even, and that would have fixed this.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually a good point, is like we could have an option of like widen up the buffer. And also like one thing I will say, right, is so again, not to get too deep into just the insanity of sort of the computer vision algorithm stuff that we're doing, but like when it looks at a rectangle and it tries to find it, it finds what's called contours, and the contours are just little line segments. So it finds like a whole bunch of line segments. And then from those line segments, an algorithm is run to say, make me a rectangle. But you can run different algorithms to say, make me a convex hull, right? Instead of a rectangle. It just is more complicated, so it's slower. So
with a half circle on top.
I think it actually would be smart enough to get the whole thing if you run a complex enough algorithm, right? So, but yeah, I think I don't know. I think there's room to operate there. So
cool.
No, this is a good one. I like this game a lot. And there are 3 other monsters that we did not play that come with the box. And I like the idea that theoretically they could just release more of them.
I was just gonna say it could be an expansion,
which is cool.
What are the
and how many characters?
Sorry, how many monsters or how many characters?
Both.
Monsters, I think the game comes with 6, and characters, I think it comes with. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 total characters to play, and they have common kind of things about board games like this. Like there's one that you can place your hero in any non-water space, so you can like move all over the board, which is pretty powerful. But she only gets 3 actions. And then there's one that you can place your hero in any non-water space with a monster, so she can like move directly to monsters, which is interesting because sometimes that can help you get around the board or kill people really quick. So yeah, anyway, so there's like there's 7 characters. I think there's 6 monsters, and it can play 1 player up to 5 players, which is cool because not a lot of games come out of the box being able to play 5. I can't imagine like with 5 players, like how much stuff is going to be happening on the board at any given time. So one time I'll play it that way and see how it goes. So cool. All right. Well, good session, guys. Unfortunately, we didn't get to bring it home. And Dave, thank you for hanging out. And
thanks, Dave.
We'll have more features kind of popping in here pretty soon. And we'll, those announcements will be coming out via the mailing list. Our August update should be coming out in the next few days. And then we'll be able to start talking about what we're doing this fall and this winter. And then some new features will be rolling into the system pretty soon. We're going to be able to start showing iOS app support. I know that's not very exciting because for a stream, it won't look any different. But for us, it's nice. We'll be able to use iOS phones and tablets and stuff to be the streaming and scanning phones, which we had previously just been doing Android until this point. And we'll be streaming again next week. I do not know what we'll be playing yet. Maybe we'll take another go at this, or maybe we'll switch off to something easier. Maybe we'll play some Candyland or something.
Shoots and ladders.
Yeah, maybe some shoots and ladders. But yeah, so see you all on Tuesday for sure. And as usual, you can like and subscribe us on here on Twitch at VorpalBoard, or on Twitter at VorpalBoard, or on Facebook. We have a VorpalBoard page, and then also a group where we have discussions going, so you can check out the discussions there. And we will talk to you all soon. Anything else? Final thoughts, guys?
Nope.
Mikey?
It's disorienting not having Thad in his normal elements.
Yeah,
I guess that's good for his wife.
Yeah. So no, hopefully you don't find out that you were too loud also where you currently
Still,
are.
I'm going to end up in the basement.
At the neighbor's house.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys, take care. See you next week, and thanks, everybody.
See ya.
All right.
Good night.